Go down to where that arrow says myth. That's a creation myth. Hip hop needed a story. They wanted it to have a big time, remarkable story back then. So they created one. Historians know this. This ain't nothing new in Hollywood or in the media. Kool Herc entered something that was already going on in the African American community. And oh, here's another historian and writer who says the same exact thing. I can go back further if you like. African Americans had a culture before anybody came over here. We're going to have one everybody leave, okay? So, is Kool Herc a hip hop creation myth? Yes. That's obvious. For anybody with a brain. You know, that's why I don't argue this too much, because it's just like you just gotta think about it for a second, okay? But here's so much of the proof. It's a creation myth. What is a creation myth? It's just a story that is propped up to make something more real, beyond expectation. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like this huge story. It's a creation myth. Somebody wanted to give it a creation myth when African Americans created. It's been a creation. Kool Herc learned off African Americans. You know, that's just the deal. There were more DJs, as I put on the last clip. There were more DJs, and I didn't put it up there. Historians put it up there, that were doing the exact same things at the same time. And some of these DJs, the Kool Herc, even went and learned from himself, or saw or listened to himself. So, like, again, I'm not saying this. Historians already say this. They know it's the creation myth. It's just that the overall public doesn't, and especially people who just come into America and have no idea about African American music culture. Our music culture develops and it goes over time. We have spin-offs in our music culture, and that's what it is. Like we went from Negro spirituals to the plantation songs, and we got ragtime. We went all the way gospel. All these things. It flows like that because that's our culture, right? Even those invitations that goes around the Kool Herc party, that's false. It looks like that. Those are the real invitations. This whole thing about this Kool Herc party, it was overblown. It's just a creation myth. And the sooner people swallow that, the better. It's a creation myth. This isn't the only place it's a creation myth, because everyone the 70s isn't that long ago. People still alive. It's a creation myth. I'm not sure if money was exchanged for the creation myth. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. It's a creation myth. It's just, people wanted a big time story when they came to say, oh, hip hop. Okay, let's give them a story. Let's capitalize. Let's give them a story. But yeah. So there it is. James Brown had much more influence over hip hop. You got Pig Meat, who was rapping in 1968. With the drums, the syncopated drums or whatever behind it, the 1968 Kool Herc wasn't even thought of at that time. And that's African American right here in the United States. And then before that, there was a woman rapping. I forgot her name. That was before Pig Meat. And that's documented in the government records. So again, he couldn't have created hip hop. When you look at certain people who are attributed to or nickname something, it's just because, it's just a creation myth sometimes. And this one right here is a huge creation myth. And, that's just the truth. I'm not taking anything away from anybody or doing anything. It's just facts. And I base my stuff off facts. And that's just what it is. A lot of people don't want to swallow it. It is what it is. It's a myth. It said it right there. This is a whole other this was on NPR right here. This is and this is written in books. It's a myth. It's a myth. And many people in other countries won't know this. They'll just go on the internet. You know, it's a myth. Everything, most of the stuff on the internet written about hip hop, the creation, is mythological. Okay, it's mythological. It's just something to let it have a big old story. That's it. Nothing else. But African Americans know. At least we should know. We know our music. We know our sound. We know what's up. That's all.